What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel for another new video. We're doing things a little bit different this time. Instead of a highlight video, we're doing a hunt showdown settings slash tutorial type video. I've never done one of these before. This is my first one, so yeah, let's get into it. I've been wanting to do a video. I get asked a lot in my stream what settings I use, graphical settings I use in Hunt Showdown. So we're going to go over that with you today. Before we get into the meat and potatoes of this video, I'd like to remind everybody that I stream on Twitch every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'll put a link to my channel in the description of this video. Head on over, follow, and get notifications turned on so you can catch me when I'm live. We'd love to see you over there. All right, guys, let's get into this thing here. So let's head on over to the settings. And my other settings really aren't, I think a lot of it's just default. A lot of it's game default. I don't really do anything with the HUD. Audio is pretty much the same other than I turn the music down because when I stream this game, I have my own music on. But graphics is what I really want to get into. So when it comes to graphics in games, I love a really good looking game, and Hunt Showdown is a really good looking game. So a lot of the time I find myself trying to balance visual awesomeness with great performance. So I've been messing around with my settings on this game for quite a while, trying to find the perfect balance, and I think recently I have found the perfect balance between good visual fidelity and performance. So let's go ahead and get into this. We'll take a look at these settings. So resolution, that's going to match your monitor. I play in two resolutions. I have a super ultra wide monitor, so when I'm playing without streaming, I'm playing on 5120 by 1440, but when I'm streaming, I play at 2560 by 1440. That's just 16 by 9 aspect ratio, just a normal 1440p display. So that's going to vary depending on what kind of monitor you have. So just make sure that matches what kind of monitor you have. It's 1080p, put it on 1080p. Window mode, this is kind of up to you. I play on borderless because, like I said, I stream, and when I'm streaming, I need to be able to get off the game and onto other consoles and dashboards. So this doesn't really matter. I would say if you're not streaming, I'd probably put it on full screen. But either way, the rest of the settings will work. Render resolution scale. I always put this as at 100%. This means that the game will render at whatever resolution I have it set on 100%. So it's going to render at 2560 by 1440. There are some people that, to get a little bit more performance, they turn this down. But, I'm under the impression I bought a monitor of this resolution. I want it to render it at 100% of that resolution. So I keep mine on 100. Gamma, I think you set this up when you first get into the game. I don't think I've touched it since then. So my gamma is right there. I don't touch this. Video memory. So there's a few, you basically have three choices for your VRAM setting. I believe that by default, Hunt Showdown comes at 80%. This is default at 80%. I have a 3090, so I have 24 gig of VRAM on this card. Now, I know not everybody has that much VRAM. I would say you can try it at 90%, and if you get stutters or it just isn't working right, then I would just put it back to the default of 80%. I don't think it really matters that much unless you have a video card that has, like 4 gig of memory or, something like that. But I would probably try 90%, and if it works for you, great. If not, just put it back to 80%. All right, here we're getting into the actual settings here. Now, I don't claim that I know exactly what any of these do, unless I'm reading the description over here. But I've tweaked some of this stuff, and I get really good frame rates and the game really looks really good. So let's just go through this. So I'm going to give you exactly what I have here. Global graphics quality. Of course, this is custom. There's presets in here. You know, you can do a preset of low, medium, high. When you're tweaking these settings out of those ranges, it'll change it to custom. So we're on custom there. Object quality, I go medium. I don't want to go all the way down. I've tried with all the settings on low, and I didn't like that. I didn't think it looked very good. So I kind of took a look. I did some testing between like high and medium, and I didn't think there was much of a difference. So I put that on medium. Texture quality, medium. And when I first did that, I was like, man, this is going to look like crap. It really doesn't look like crap, in my opinion. And I'll go into a trial and let you guys look at what this looks like after we get done going through the settings. Texture filtering, I keep it at 16 times. Anisotropic, it's the highest you can go, so I put it on that. Anti-aliasing, you know, these are things that can really mess with performance. But I have both of these in the highest setting, and I'll show you. You know, we'll see what the performance is. But to me, with having these where they are, the look that it gives the game is not worth the performance that I gain when I have these all the way at low. Lighting quality, low. Shadow quality, low. Effect quality, low. Post-process quality, I have that shut off. That I don't run this game at HDR. I don't have any reason for it to be on, so I shut it off. Particle quality, I got set to medium. Performance stats, that's you know, your frame rate and stuff. You can pick whatever you want there. That doesn't really affect anything. VSync turned off. I never run VSync on any games. Max FPS, I have it on the highest you can go. If you want to cap it at your monitor hertz, you can do that. That's kind of a personal preference. If you have a 60 hertz monitor, put it at 60. If you have 144, put it at 144. You can do whatever you want. My monitor is a 240 hertz monitor, so I just let her eat. Sometimes when I'm streaming, and I actually haven't had this problem in a while, but sometimes when I'm streaming, if I have it on real high frame rates, I have to turn it down and lock it, but I haven't had to do that in a long time. Depth of field, off. A motion blur, off. I don't run motion blur on any game that I play. Head on over to advanced settings. Surface format optimization, I have that off. Toggle GPU tessellation, I have that off. But I've kept on the 2-pass scene rendering and the 2-pass lighting. Both of those. So yeah, that's the settings, guys. I'll kind of scroll through here one more time. That's the settings that I use for Hunt Showdown. So from here, since we've went through the settings, let's go ahead and just go over to, we'll just go into the trials and you can kind of see what this looks like. We'll just go to Lawson and we'll go to wherever. Okay, you can already see up in the right hand corner where I'm at here. I mean, we're just getting in, of course. This isn't into the game, but we'll just run around a little bit. Now, I don't run these frame rates in a game. I'm assuming it has something to do with this, you know, the trial isn't really online. But it's close. I normally run in the 160s to 180s in game. Now that's without streaming, of course. But when I'm streaming, I still run in like 130 FPS to 140 FPS, something like that. and sometimes it'll dip down to 120. But I think the main point I want to get across is I'm getting this kind of performance, and to me the game looks fantastic. I mean, I know we have a lot of the things like lighting turned down to low, and the shadows, but a lot of this looks really, really good, in my opinion. Now, like I said, I've tried settings all the way on low, and it looked like crap, and I couldn't keep it there. I just couldn't stand it because this is such a beautiful game. I couldn't keep it on those settings. So I've went to this, and it works really, really well. You get a lot of performance, and the game looks fantastic, in my opinion. So yeah, there it is, guys. There is my graphical settings guide for Hunt Showdown on PC. Guys, I want to thank you for watching, and make sure you do all the YouTubey things. Like the video, comment on the video, and subscribe to the channel if you want to get more content like this. I do a lot of shorts. I try to do 3 shorts a week, and then a longer video on Thursdays. Do a lot of highlights, but I'm going to be doing more instructional videos like this because I really like this format. All that is free. It doesn't cost you anything, and it helps out tremendously for the channel. All right, guys. Until next time, happy hunting. See ya.
You is now in tune to Triple W. You know what it do. Get up in the loop. Ooh, check it. We have fun and it hella chill. 'Cause the boy